Welcome back, anglers! I'm the Survivalist, and we are touring to Russian Fishing 4, where we're on the Winding Rivulet. Now, the good news is last weekend, with just trying spin fishing again, I didn't give anybody an aneurysm or wasn't doing anything wrong enough that made people's eyes twitch. Everything was basically kind of how it should be. There were some small things I could have been doing differently, like using the max cast distance, or changing the reel speed in a little bit, or I guess retrieval speed. But everything was pretty okay-ish there. There wasn't anything greatly wrong I was doing. It all is basically just going to come down to, like, the, type of spinner or stuff that I'm using to try to bring fish in. So, taking a look at the cafe orders, the perch one might not be too hard to get. The roach might not be bad. Basically, I think we should be good just for trying a few things, kind of how we normally have. There shouldn't be anything in the fish market I need to worry about, because I emptied everything out last weekend, not that anything would have kept this long. I might, though, want to check in with the tackle store. And maybe get ourselves a meal, too. Because we are getting closer and closer to that feeder fishing kit, I believe it's called. Yeah, for $149. But I might have also been holding on to the money a little too much as well, because when it is going to come to, like, using the spinners and that, I might want to look and see everything we've got available, because, yeah, you can see there's quite a few different types here. So I might want to look at just picking up a few of these to try out different things and see what hits. So maybe we'll try... That's a nice, pretty one. We'll get that. And maybe we'll try that one. Now, another thing I want to look at, too, are the hooks. And see what I want to get, because... don't think I have... Okay, a lot of these are actually out of stock, which I'm surprised at. But maybe I'll try looking at getting, say, something like a large here. Because that might have been one of the reasons why it was a little slow on getting some fish at times, is because the hooks were actually too small. So I want to try changing a few things up, like... Oh, is this... Oh yeah, let me have... Yeah, get a bit of food from the field kitchen just to start us off. And let me remember the setup for what we're using. I think it's the... There's the old spinning rod. Alright, let me look at info there. Because I'm pretty sure the telestick is what we want to keep using. Yeah, telescopic. Okay, test is 5 to 35. That is 2 to 10. Yeah, this is definitely what we want to keep using. Okay, let me try to... no, that's set up for float. Although, could I actually set this up for... Let's just see if I could Okay, no, that's locked. Okay, so maybe I can't use that for that one. So this is our spinning one. There it is. Okay, so let's try... Yeah, this one we just picked up and see how that does. I'm not going... Should I use a leader? Maybe I will just in case, because it is a new item or new lure I picked up, and we don't want to lose it too quickly. We'll take this out and try and see. And looking at the map, we got up to, like, kind of around here-ish, so... Maybe we'll head back up that way to start us out. Just so I'm not staying at the same area over and over and over again. Like, I think it was just past Beaver's Island here that we reached up. Yeah, it's kind of nice the maps aren't too big, so it takes a while to get around, but you still do have a little bit of distance you can change things up with. Not that one. It is number 3. There we go. Okay, so retrieval speed. Ooh. Friction brake can stay there. It's... Yeah, there we go. I was told the retrieval speed was pretty good between 15 and 20. And we'll just do a max cast out. And just slowly bring in. So everything I was doing was basically on track for how you want to do spin fishing for the game. Just with spoons, it's just cast out and constantly reel in, see what does come after it or is interested. It's just that it might take a number of casts and trying to figure out hotspots for the species of fish that you're after, or any fish in general, too. So I'll just try a few casts of this, see if anything does strike or not, and if not, I can see about trying to increase the hook size. But I just know, I think it was the other time we tried spin fishing, one of our lures got bitten off by the fish, and the leader is supposed to help kind of prevent that from happening. Or help to prevent that. So we'll just kind of keep doing as we've been, try some casts out, see if anything goes after, and if there isn't any results after a little bit of time, then we can always change up and see what else we want. Or change up our setup for the lure and see if anything else works. Because that's basically the name of the game, is just trial and error a lot for when it comes to tackling a lot of stuff for this. Actually, you know what, let me cast over this. Oh. I wonder if you can actually just keep holding for long enough that it gives you the power cast, because on the bottom, it looked like that happened to us. Maybe I'll try that next cast and see. If you just hold it long enough, it decides to give you the powered up cast, or it's kind of like a way to do it just without having to deliberately, like with the key combination. I was kind of hoping something might have hit that, but you know what? Let me bring it up, and let me see if I can change up the hook size on it. Alright, I think I've got to put it away, don't I? Okay, if I put it away now, will that let me access that? No, maybe I got to do it in here? Okay. Okay, maybe, yeah, so this is what I think I gotta do. It does have a few steps to it, so yeah, that's a large 4. Let me try a large 1. Just see if that makes any difference. Bring the rod out again. And yeah, what happens if I just keep holding? Does it? Yeah, it does. Okay, so you have multiple ways of doing a power cast. And then when it does come to, like, casting out for a lot of the spin casting, or, well, I guess casting in general, it is a lot of Mercy of the Wind will kind of change up, like, your accuracy or, like, your range of where it's going to go off to. I kind of feel like once I hit level 10, that might be a good round number to want to start looking at, like, how I want to start with the skill system. Because again, for now, because I am still just trying to learn the basics of a lot of stuff, I don't want to try tackling too much and then make some big mistakes or screw myself up in some ways. Nothing really interested in that, eh? And we'll try a cast over this way and see. It might be that it really does depend on... Oh, new longest cast. It really does depend on the spoon attached to the setup. I might even try without the leader on too and see if that changes anything. I was like, the game, it does have a high end where... Ooh. Okay. I wonder if, like, can I get from the other end and bring that in? Okay. Let me just see where it's snagged exactly. Come on. I was kind of hoping maybe I could get it from the other end and get it dislodged from where it is, but I don't think it's going to let me. Yeah, might have to cut the line here. It does suck, but that is one of the aspects that... that will happen as you're trying to, like... emulate fishing. Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it dislodged. I was kind of hoping if I could just, like, work it from this side, maybe it would, like, pop off, but... we'll just have to lose what we had on there. It happens. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so we lost the leader. I guess it's not too big of a loss. And this is why I do not like the idea of, like, trying to cast at the shallows or towards reeds and that. But we'll try our luck with this, since it did produce quite a few perch for us last week. Just make sure the retrieval speed is correct. Friction brake will keep at 15. And just see if this gets us anything. It is a bit annoying to know you can lose, like, hardware like that. But if you are looking for, again, a really hardcore simulator for fishing, that is something that's a real threat you're going to have to face. Yeah, nothing went after it there. And we'll just do a power cast out and see. New longest cast. There we go, finally got something interested. Okay, come on. I can't really tell what it is from here. Might be a perch, though. No, I don't think it's a perch. Doesn't look like the right body shape. What are you? Come on up, you. Oh, it's a chub. Okay, well, we'll keep that. Try casting out again and see. Oh, nice. Got something right on again. Yeah, one aspect, though, that makes me wary about, like, wanting to spend real money on a game like this is you could buy some good, like, hardware for your line, like a really good lure of that, but then completely lose it with a snag. So I think it's going to definitely be cheapskate for me for quite a while on this one. But it is nice there is a fair variety of, like, spoons, hooks, stuff like that that is rather low for, like, the silver cost. You just do have to do a little bit of time in the game, fishing, getting a lot of stuff, and completing some of the cafe orders. If you put the time in, you can get the currency and really get some new stuff and play around with quite a few things. And then there are also areas on the map where you can do float fishing or try that out. But I think we'll just keep working with spin casting for a little bit, or spin bait, or whatever it's called. I don't know, I feel like I've not said the correct name at all yet. I just keep on, like, dancing around the right combination of words for it. And there is also... yeah, you can, like, do speed up, which is like a... I guess it's like a little bit of a retrieval technique that might be able to try to get certain fish interested or not. All it really involves is almost like, say you're trying to sprint in a game as you're bringing this in. You just press and hold shift for a little bit as you've been reeling. And not too much really at this point, so I might want to look at going further up the river and see if we can find anything else. And we could always go back and try for more carp, but more perch, like we had last weekend, but let's just try and get a bunch of new stuff. Just go around and see what all we can find. And then I know I had a really weird theory when it came to, like, the throwing sticks and the slingshots for this game. I don't know, I could have sworn there was a certain fishing game that one of the promo images was like the player on the side of a river with a bear running at them. I thought it was this one, but probably not. So I have no idea where I saw that, but what the throwing stick and the slingshots are actually for is something called ground bait, which you can use to bring fish in. I think it's mostly for bottom fishing, maybe a little bit for float fishing as well. It's another aspect, again, I want to try tackling that as its own separate chunk to properly go over as much as I can with it. Not just like a little bit of bypass and get a lot of wrong information out there. I'll just try here for a bit, be cautious about getting too close to the weeds and that. I know there is like a little way you can sort of cheat the game to have it so your line's not snag, but I don't know, I feel like that's, again, kind of cheating in a way for what's intended for the game to be like. I'll just try a few more casts and see what I want to go for, like the hook to use. I think it all will really come... Oh, there we go. It'll come down to, like, what type of spoon I'm using on the line. Oh, it looks like another perch. And yes, pumping the rod like this actually seems to work pretty well for bringing them in. Yeah, another perch. We'll keep you. And let's go for a power cast way up and out. So we know the spoon that I've got on right now is pretty popular with perch wanting to strike it. I can't remember how many it was for the cafe order. I think it was 5, but I don't remember the minimum size needed. Maybe I'll just try to keep going and see how many perch we can get, and then we'll change it up. Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything on this retrieval. Nah, nothing really seemed to want to be interested this time around. We just gotta keep trying and see. Full power, and out she goes. I do wonder if I should try putting down some float fishing rods, or... I mean, it definitely seems like there is a current here, considering like the line's going more to the right as I'm trying to retrieve it. So if I can find, like... I was told upper areas of this map, the water's not really flowing as much. Oh, well, hello. Oh, he got off, didn't he? Shouldn't have pumped the line. Should have just left him... just slowly kept bringing it in. And we'll try out this way. Maybe we can get it back on. I think that's one of the reasons why you don't want to constantly pump the rod to bring fish in. Is there's a higher chance of them maybe getting off the hook that way. Yeah, so until the tension goes up high enough, might as well just reel them in like this. Oh, it's like he's swimming in right for us. Oh. I guess I got to lift the rod to bring him in the rest of the way. There we go. And see if we can get another one. I think that was our 3rd perch now? Or maybe just a 2nd. We'll just keep... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think we found a hot spot for perch over here. This is another one we're bringing in. Okay. You know, let's just keep going for a while. It never hurts to catch more fish in a fishing game, so... if we can get more than enough for that cafe order, that'll be pretty good for turning. We can try to make back some of what I spent already. Yeah, there's another one. So it seems like they do like hang right around these little patches of like algae, weeds, reeds, whatever you want to call them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can get one more, just so that way I can have a little bit of variety on turning. There we go. Something's on. Probably just another perch, but I'll take it. Yeah, there you are. Okay, bring you in the rest of the way. Now, I kind of want to change things up for something else. I wonder how the old USSR spinner lure is. Like, this thing, yeah, it basically just looks like a little pull tab off something that you decide to put a line to, but we'll try it out and see if this actually might get us a fish. It is, I think, the free lure you get just like if you stop at the administration building for spin fishing, or your spinning tackle. Well, it did manage to get a perch interested, so we might as well bring that in. Come on up and in. Okay, let me check the map. Oh, not that one, my bad. I meant to hit tab, not tab, M. There we go. What? Okay, what does that 8 mean? Does that mean, like, how high above the water line that be? Oxbow Lake. Okay, if we keep going... Sunny Pinery. Yeah, so that seems to be what that means on the map. Is like, this is the highest point of the map at 8. Let's give over here a shot. We have a little cluster of plants here, so maybe there'll be some stuff on the... If nothing strikes it further out, maybe it'll strike on just, like, the way in. Oh. Let's talk about... No, I think it got off. It looked like for a minute there was something pretty good on, but seems like it slipped off. Oh, never mind. What are you? I don't think you're a chub. Are you an asp? No, you are a chub. I was kind of surprised at that. It seemed like that was a bit of a stronger fish than I was expecting. Okay, let's try another cast out. Surprisingly, I'm not sure if I've just hit a hot spot or like the old USSR lure is actually a little bit of a secret aid for you early on. It's like these things are hitting close to immediately of it hitting the water. Of course, now that I say that, there's nothing interested in this go, but it was nice to see a couple of quick strikes like that. I'll maybe give it 1 or 2 more casts as we keep going. Let's see if we can get anything else. It is getting a little late in the day, though. I was thinking maybe it would have been rain, but I gotta remember how quickly the days do go through for RF4. Okay, we'll make this the last cast, or maybe one more after it. There we go. Oh, something was at it. I wonder if it's going to strike again like that chub did. Yeah, there we go. It is kind of interesting. There's like these little spikes of fight, and then nothing. I wonder... Oh, really? Oh, I should be able to, like, reach down and get that out of that snag. Okay, well, we'll cut the line. I'll go grab another lure, or maybe we'll try with something else I've got here. Yeah, this is why be careful how you're doing your casting. I am glad it was just, like, one of the free lures we used. But yeah, it's a little annoying to have the snags happening so much. Okay, we'll try one cast while it's getting dark here. Just see if anything does hit it or not, and then we'll bring this episode to a close. Well, I am super tempted to go back and pick up that, like, the free tackle from the administration building, though. Just because it was pretty reliable for getting, like, those couple of strikes we did. You know, certainly far better than some of these other ones we've been trying to get some use out of. Yeah, you know what? I'll end this episode here. We'll go back next episode, grab that little lure you get for free there, and then maybe do some more fishing around that and see. Also turn in a cafe order. Just try to make sure we're making a profit today. But thank you guys for watching on this episode of Russian Fishing 4. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave them comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, anglers and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.